is Maureen. Welcome to Winter Qigong. Just lightly move your body as I just give some brief remarks. Qigong is energy work. It's also known as guided movement. It's a Taoist discipline associated with Lao Tzu in 6th to 7th century BC. It's the dual cultivation of body and mind. And while we will focus on the physical movement in this session, we'll also be cultivating mind. Let it be a natural integration. If the mind can relax, then the body can relax, and vice versa. So let's just begin with gathering and bringing in some chi with your palms facing up. Inhale, just a light movement. And then when you get up overhead, let your elbows bend, your palms turn down. Just slowly bring it down. Just let these gentle movements bring you into your body. Repeating, inhale. Big deep breath in. When your arms are up overhead, turn your palms down and maybe sigh it out loud like, ah. Bring it right back down through the center of your body. One more time, soft, let these arms be fluid. Inhale, arms out wide. Breathe, big inhale, fill up, look up, and then exhale. Bring hands right back down through the center of your body. And let it go. And now let's find the ready stance. So you can begin with your feet touching. Take your toes out like Charlie Chaplin. Take your heels out a little bit wider, then your feet straighten out. And I want you to think about the Kwa, K-U-A. That's your hip crease. When I ask you to sink, that's where I want you to sink, is sink into the Kwa. And when you do that, check now that you can see your big toes so that you are not putting any strain on knees. All right, the ready stance, you have your hands at the lower dantian. The lower dantian is below the navel. The middle dantian is at the heart center. And the upper dantian is at the center of your forehead, also known as the third eye. So with the ready stance, it's just a micro bend in the knee. And then if I ask you to sink, then that's going to be sinking deeper into the Kwa, into the hip crease. All right, so let's do showering chi, which is just a little bit add-on version to what we just did at the beginning. So from the ready position with a micro bend in the knees, I want you to sink into the Kwa and let your hands extend out in front of the lower dantian as though you were holding a ball of chi, a ball of energy. Inhale, arms out to shoulder height, and exhale, palms face up and sink a little bit. Inhale, arms up overhead, soft bend in the elbows, look up, gathering in light, and your exhale, your index fingers and thumbs meet. Inhale, look up. And lengthen and exhale, rotate the palms down and sink. Think about that Kwa. Bringing your hands slowly down through your center. Release your hands back to the earth and come back to the ball of chi. A showering chi. Let's do it again. And perhaps we add a little count to time it. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, sink. 3, 4. Inhale, rise. 2, 3, 4, look up, and exhale. Try to extend this to a count of 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release to the earth and come back to the ball of chi and the ready stance. Let's try this again. With holding the ball of chi in front of the lower dantian, sink into the Kwa. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sink. Inhale, rise up, look up. Exhale, fingertips touch. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, sink and slow it down. Like your hands are scanning through the field, sifting, sorting, clearing, cleansing. Release your hands to the earth and come back to the ball of chi. Now I want to show you an energy point in the center of your hands. With Qigong, it's energy work. You place your hands, you move your hands, and you're moving energy. So I want you to identify this is the Lao Gong point. If you bend the middle finger and the ring finger to the center of the palm, you'll be touching the Lao Gong point. So remembering that, bring your hands together and rub. Rub your hands together and generate some heat. Pull the fingers apart so that you can really sense or get the palms, the Lao Gong points of each hand to touch. And then bring these hands to your mouth. Take a breath in and blow into the hands. You're blowing life force into your healing hands. And then stack your hands at your heart space at the middle dantian, left hand over right for women and the reverse for men. And just breathe in here and infuse the middle dantian with light and with warmth. Now let the thumbs hook as you slide hands down to the lower dantian, remembering that micro bend in the knees. And take a breath in here and infuse the lower dantian with light and with warmth. We've addressed the two dantians. Now that we hold the upper dantian with mindfulness. And release and let go. Awakening chi. There's 6 steps to awakening chi. The first one is to make fists and to pound at the life gate. This is right around the sacrum area. You can alternate the taps or you can tap together. You could use the backs of your hands, really whatever works for you. Micro bend in your knee. Knocking at the life gate is the first step of awakening chi. In a typical traditional practice, you would do this 72 times, but in the interest of covering all that I want to cover, I'll let that go. The second place for awakening chi is the base of the skull, using the four knuckles. Just tapping here, right at the base of the skull. It's touching bone, not muscle. This is called the jade pillow. Knocking at the jade pillow. And release and let that go. The next one will be circling or massaging the kidneys. So thinking above your above the rim of the pelvis, thinking a little bit higher, and you circle. Palms touch. You're going in one direction 36 times. This is what a traditional practice you would circle in one direction. But we're just going to introduce the concept and do a few. And let that go. And I'm not going to mirror you. I'm going to use my right. So to bring your right hand to the lower dantian and circle in clockwise fashion. And the way I was taught this, you go quite fast. You circle quite fast. But really make this practice your own and you find your own tempo. Circling in a clockwise fashion with the right hand, and then slow that down. Left hand touches the lower dantian, and you go counterclockwise. And just knowing that there are 6 steps to awakening chi, so that's what your mind is focused on as we do these movements across the body. And the last one is massaging your temples. And so just with gentleness. This is a self-care practice. So tending to yourself. And release and let that go. And let's do this final twist. So just as you are, just rotating side to side. Your palm can touch the front hip and the back of the hand can touch the back hip. And you just let this be fluid and light and playful. Cultivate that attitude as you do Qigong. Try to release your expectations about what this involves and what this looks like. It is traditionally a practice that is done alone. And so the encouragement is that you really tune into how it feels rather than how it looks. Add to this by tapping the opposite side of the front chest, maybe making the fists. Feel free to step a little wider if that gives you a little more freedom to twist. Going as fast or as slow as suits you. One more time each side. And release and let that go. Meridian clearing. Standing at the ready position, turn your palms up. Inhale. Bring both hands up. Extend your right arm out. Left hand cups down. And goes around as you flip the palm down. And you're bringing the energy up. So meridians are energy transportation highways. It typically go to the other side, typically run up and down the body. There's one belt meridian that goes around your waist, which is horizontal. But really try to tune into your hands moving your energy. When you finish the second arm, hands meet at the collarbone and slowly press down. Release and let's do it again. Inhale. Lifting chi up through the center of your body. Extend your right palm. Exhaling down. Inhaling, bringing chi up, clearing, cleansing. Opposite arm, exhale down. Inhale up, hands meet at the heart, and exhale slowly down. And release and let that go. Come to the ready position and let's shake. Just begin shaking your hands. Let this be a release. You're releasing and shaking out. You're not bringing that in at all. You're shaking hands out. You're flinging hands out. It can be as vigorous or as gentle as your hands or wrists like. You can add a little bounce with your knee. And then bring hands up to chest height. Fling out from the chest. Releasing stagnant chi. This helps to clear stagnant chi in the heart and the lungs at this level. And then release overhead. And flick, flick, flick with freedom. You can flick your fingers. You can move side to side. And then twist to the left. And shake down the left side of your body. Good. And come back up. Twist to the right. I'm doing my true right. I'm not mirroring you. Shake, 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 shake with abandon. You want to release and let go. You want to clear some space out. And now we can add to that. As long as your knees don't hurt, I'm going to ask you to lift your heels and pound the heels. Make some noise. This is activating the kidney 1 point, which is at the base of the ball of the foot between the first and the second toe. It's the pumping action. Think of it that way. And release and let that go. Bring your hands to the lower dantian and just take a breath in and sense and feel. And maybe on the exhale, add the audible sign. And release and let it go. I'm going to do ball of chi. So standing about shoulder width distance apart, toes pointing forward. Bring your left arm up to just about shoulder height, a little bit above, a little bit below. Soft cupped hands, and then sweep the right hand underneath it. And then we move to the other side. So you are imagining that you're holding a ball of chi. You're having a nice soft bend in the knees. And you're slowly moving side to side. It's not so important that your form is perfect or that it looks like mine. It's much more important that your body is relaxed. And when in doubt, you slow it down. You can add to this by bending a little deeper in the side that you're leaning toward and extending the opposite leg long. But really tend to the ball of chi like you're moving it and rotating it. Like I said, this is a practice that is typically done alone so that you're not even concerned about how your form looks. But try to keep it fluid. Cultivating that attitude of being light and playful and flowing. And slow that down and come back to center and let it go. Let's do our big circle. We did this last practice. I hope you're doing these in sequential order and as we build. So this one will step wide, wider than your hips, wider than your shoulders, heels in, toes out. And now I want you to sink at the quad. First, we'll do the legs, the lower part of the body, and then we'll add the arms. So lean to the left, sweep across the center, lean to the right, and make that circle. Your hands are really not involved in this. You can leave them loose. Lean, sweep, lean. The opposite leg goes long and come back to center. Try to keep your torso upright rather than folding too far forward. One more time. Lean, sweep, lean, center. And now let's add the arm. So palm faces down. I'm leaning to the left first. So I lean, and then I sweep. The palm faces the direction that you're moving. And then this arm comes up overhead. If you're okay with balance, then your gaze follows your hand. Move slowly, soft in the joints. Sweep, lean, rise up, palm rotates, repeat. And really tune in. Let your hand move the energy. Your energy body is much larger than your physical body. Soft cupped hand, moving air, moving energy, coordinating the upper body with the lower body. This movement is called the big circle. One more. And when you get up to center, bring your hand right down through the central meridian, and let's do the other side. So extend a hand out. For me, it's my right. You'll do the other side. Lean, palm faces down as you sweep across. Inhale, lean to the other side. Rise up, palm rotates. Your gaze follows your hand. Connect your eyes to your hands, to your heart. And move slowly. Tuning in. Now when you come up to center, let your hand release down to the center and stand with your, stand in the ready position. And we have to come to the end of the class. So we post or lean to the left. We inhale, arms out, and exhale, step the right foot in, press down, hands come down and join into the ball of chi. And just imagining this ball of chi, you inhale, arms out, exhale, palms up. Inhale, arms up all the way. Let your hands touch and exhale. Pull that candle of light right down into the center of your being. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, bring hands to the lower dantian. Let your hands make the shape of a diamond and flatten across the lower dantian. Bring the backs of the palms together, draw them up, and bow and offer all that you have. Inhale, we rise, flip the palms, and exhale, slide energy down. Release it to the earth, and then bring it back to the lower dantian. Take a breath in, and a breath out. You could hook the palms and stack them one on top of the other, left on top of right for women, right on top of left for men. And that's the practice. I'd like to thank my teachers, Eva Wong and Daisy Lee. And thank you for sharing practice with me.